everybody? Get you guys set on my tabletop here. Just adjusting. Okay. Sorry about all the shiny on my glasses. I got my shades open in my bedroom, and of course the light is hitting me right in the face, so you're seeing the reflection of my window. Maybe I should just take my glasses off. It seems weird though, because I'm used to wearing my glasses. I don't know. I hate that it's like shiny right on there, but you know, I'm a glasses person. We'll just take them off though, because it's like really shiny and I can't seem to find a way to move to make it not shiny, so we'll just take them off. So hello everybody. Hello to all my friends. I am so sorry. It's kind of like one of them sorry not sorries. Not like in a mean way, but I'm like really sorry that it's been like literal months since I've been on here. But in a way, not sorry, because that's life, you know? Like I told you guys from the very first day I even ever popped on here and was like, hi, I've never done this before, we're just gonna wing it as we go. It is a hobby. It is something I do just to meet people, have friends, you know, have like, I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm a homemaker. I can't drive, so I don't get out very much or very often. I literally have less than a handful of friends. I got like, if you're going to count my husband, there's one, but then I have like literally 2 people that I ever talk to, and they both work. So they work, they drive, they have what I like call normal lives. So yeah, they don't really have a lot of free time, especially free time just to sit and BS with a homemaker like me. So I mean, I do have friends, but very, very few, and especially very few who have any kind of free time. So this was kind of like my outlet. If you're not new here, then you already know all of this. And if you're randomly just popping on this video to chat with me and you're not, and you're not new here, then hi. And that was kind of like just a small little brief of why I'm even on here. So anyway, that just circles around to the sorry not sorry part. Like, I am so sorry. I feel like I've kind of like, I got on here to make friends and you know, have some kind of small sense of community, and then I just got railroaded all the way. Like, life just smacked me like a freaking engine and railroaded me completely off the side, and trying to do videos of any kind was definitely like the very last thing in my mind. Like, didn't even touch my radar screen to stop and think about, I need to do a video. So yeah, so if you're one of my friends, many of which I hate when everything is just on text and message and stuff. Like, I see your guys' names in the comments, and you know, in my head I'm like saying your name, but there's so many friends, at least a handful or more, that are constantly like hitting me up. Like, even all the months, like they were hitting on videos that were like 3 months old just to, like, you know, hope that I seen it, get my attention. And I saw them, and I was in like really funky place for a while, and I did see them even if I didn't even heart it or comment or whatever. Sorry, my eye is irritating me. I'm sure if you've seen the photo, yeah, I had an allergic reaction to a face mask. But I did see you guys. I did see it. Really wasn't any kind of place to respond or acknowledge anything. But I did see it, and I do appreciate it, and I can think of one particular who is really regular of hitting me, and please, if I say your name wrong, don't be upset. Mara, M-A-R-A. I mean, in my head, that's how I would say it, but I have a weird first name too, Emily, and I've had my first name said like 101 ways. And every once in a while, someone actually says it right. But so I know the like, don't butcher my name thing, but Mara, I hope I said that right. Girl, you're just like, I know I haven't even seen or heard from you in like, 3-4 months now, but I'm just really thinking about you. Hope you're alright. Hope you're still alive. I'm just like, man, that's awesome. Like that's a friend. That's somebody who actually like, and there are more. Please don't get wrong. I did see everyone else too. She just came to mind first, probably because she like just had commented like very shortly ago. My memory's like, my attention span memory's like this big, especially these days, this year. So golly, guys, is it just me, or is this year just been just like, there's one, and you're like, man, that hurt, and you go to get up, and it's just like, there's another one, just in case you weren't feeling that first one still. And oh man, like, I'm not really sure how to start this. I'm kind of just rambling nonsense right now, I feel, for almost 7 minutes, but geez. Okay, I'm trying to remember where I left off. I guess the last things I had said, me looking around, that's my memory playing, was my dad had been in an accident, severe brain damage. He was in a coma for 6 to 8 weeks, I want to say, like pretty well 2 months he was out. So let's see. Yeah, I guess we'll just kind of start with towards the start of the year, and just I'll try to run through all the events as clearly and best as I can. It's just been one big hazy blur. So I guess one of the first events that happened earlier in the year, like back in May, so my dad had an accident. He fell off a back deck and hit his head on landscaping rock and popped him right out. He was in a coma for like 2 months. Literally the first like month, they were basically telling us prepare for the worst. We don't even know if he's going to live or survive, especially that first week. Oh my God. For that first week, we literally did not know if he was even going to be alive, that alone trying to concept or think of, man, sorry, my eyes aggravate me. Yeah, so for the first week, we didn't even know if he was going to be alive, that alone trying to even imagine any kind of concept of, like what kind of shape he was going to be in if he ever woke up. So it was just praying for his life. And then he made it through the parts of physical survival. So we knew he would physically survive, but then we weren't sure when or if he would wake up. That was the next question. So at first it was, will he live? And then they're like, okay, he's going to live. And then we're like, okay, well, when or if is he going to wake up? Like, how long is this going to last? And then he actually woke up. He started opening his eyes. So we're like, okay, well, he's waking up now. So the next questions was, what are we gonna get? Like, what's gonna happen? What's it gonna be like? Like, how much of him is gonna return? If at all. Like, is he just gonna be like an awake veggie kind of state, or is he gonna come back? Like, we didn't know what we were gonna get. So he survived. He did wake up. slowly, very slowly, he started to come back around. It was very difficult. I think I do remember making a video and telling you guys that, like, he was awake and stuff, and he was asking me about me. I think I remember talking about that. So there for a while, he was like starting to recollect himself and talk and stuff again. Man, my eyes are really bothering me. I hope I didn't get any of that cream in my eye. For my allergy thing, the under of my eyes were wrecked. The doctor gave me some cream to put under my eyes, you know, for the swelling and stuff, and I'm hoping I didn't get any. I've been so careful about making sure I stay like out of my eye with it, because, you know, it's a steroid cream, but that eye's kind of burning. I don't know. I hope I didn't get any in it. Anyway, yeah, I think I do remember saying, you know, that I'd went and seen him, and like he was saying, you know, I need to go see Amy before she leaves, like, to my face, and I was like, okay, like, we can do that. I just went with it. So anyway, long recovery story short, my dad is now out of the hospital, living with my older brother. He recollects everything from, so his long term is full. At first his short term was hit and miss. Like, he was kind of doing the repetitive thing, like ask you, tell you, ask you, tell you, you know, multiple time thing, but he's stringed that together. So up-to-date update on that is my dad is, we still have his house and everything. We didn't sell or anything, because, like, this is how well it's going, so we're still holding hope that he's going to really pull it all together. But currently at this date, he is living with my older brother. His long-term memory is full. His short-term memory is slightly patchy, but so put together. Like, I could talk to him last week about something and then call him again today and ask about the same thing, and he'll recall what we talked about last week. At first, his mobility was a little weak, obviously, because he laid in bed for literally like 8 months. I don't even remember how long it was anymore. Sorry, my face is so itchy. Like I said, I had an allergic reaction. But I had just talked to him Christmas. He called me on Christmas Day to wish me Merry Christmas. And today is the 28th. It's December 28th. So we're just shy of New Year's here now. Yeah, so he's doing so great. Like, his voice is really hoarse and scratchy, but they did have to do that, you know, trach in the throat thing. So I'm not surprised that his voice sounds different. Like, it still sounds like him, but he just sounds like he needs a drink all the time. Even he just sounds really hoarse, like he needs a drink. But I'm sure, you know, you cut a hole in your throat, scar tissue and stuff, it's going to sound a little different. But he totally is getting all his memory back and being able to keep up with current conversation and event. His short term is really coming together. And I asked him how his mobility was doing, and he said he's not even using his walker anymore. He's walking on his own without any kind of assistance. No canes, no walkers, just up on his feet and going. So yeah, so like, that's a good, like, emotional reaction, because I tell you, I thought, not to downplay having your children and what miracles they are, but thus far in my life, watching my children come onto this earth was the most miraculous miracle thing I'd ever witnessed in my life. Can't believe, you know, every mother, you're like, I can't believe, you know, these little people come into my life. But I have to say that watching him be basically to grave, to calling me on Christmas, remembering everything, and telling me that he is now up walking on his own 2 feet without any assistance. It's the most miraculous thing I think I've ever witnessed in my whole life. I couldn't imagine anything on this earth. I mean, I say that, and I'm sure the world will smack me around and show me some more, but to this moment is the most miracle thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, week 1, we literally were preparing for him to just not be with us anymore. And then just on Christmas Day, he called. I would see him, but my brother lives like 5 hours north of me, so we can't just like pop in and out, to see him. But yeah, so with my dad, he is a walking miracle. He is literally a walking miracle. So that turned out so great. And I've been dying to share that with you guys, but there's just so much more in life too. So yeah, he is literally a walking, talking, living miracle. And my brother had brought him home from the rehab facility where he was like relearning, to walk and conversate and get his thoughts together and stuff. And the night before he took him up north with him, they had stayed the night at his house, which is right around the corner from me. Sorry, I keep fiddling with my face. It's just itchy. So my dad lives right around the corner from me. And, well, in relative rural terms, in rural terms, when we say right around the corner, it's like a couple miles. But to us, that's right around the corner. A couple miles ain't squat when you live in the middle of nowhere. So he lives up around the corner, a couple miles from me. So anyways, he took him out of the rehab because they said he could go home. And they stayed the night at his house. So of course everybody that knows us that was driving by my dad's house was like, what's going on? I've seen all these cars at your dad's house. Is everything okay? Like, because they know what's going on, and they're like, oh my God, if that many cars are at his house, like, what's happened? Oh, please, like, what? Tell me what's going on. But I was like, no, you guys, like, it's freaking fabulous. Like, we got to bring him home, and my brother's gonna take him to go live with him. And like at that time, his short term was really patchy, and he was using a walker. But he was telling me, when we all just piled over there, because my dad is like everything to everybody. We all piled over there, and there were so many cars, there was hardly nowhere to even put any of them. We was pulling up in the field next door and everything, because everybody just wanted to see him so bad. I think it wore him out a little bit, but he loved it. You could tell he was just like, I miss so much, and yeah, but he had told me, I was like, you go stay with Frank for a while. That's my older brother. I was like, and before you know it, you'll be back together and you can come back home and it's going to be great and you'll be fine. And he's like, yeah, that's the plan. And he's like, I'm going to go stay with Frank for a little while and get myself put back together. And then by spring, I'm going to come back and be mowing my grass. So that sounds great. Like, I want to see that. I want that for you. And when I talked to him on Christmas, and he's getting his head straight up. There's still a few lost connections there, but nothing major. Like nothing. Sorry, but isn't kind of for older people anyway. They kind of get a few loose connections, so it seemed kind of natural to me. Nothing any other elder person, kind of misplace a thought, or even I misplace a thought, and he don't need his walker or anything anymore. And I was just like, wow, like, it sounds like by spring you could be back mowing your grass. And he's like, that's what I'm working for. I'm like, if anybody can do it, you can. Yeah. So he has just blown my mind and my thought process and expectations of what can happen in this world right out of the water. So anyway, my dad is doing fabulous, and we are hoping that he can get himself together enough to come home. We are yet to see, but to go from preparing ourselves for not having him to waiting to see if he can get himself to a place where he can care for himself. We're yet to see, but even if he doesn't get that far, even if he doesn't get to a point where he can live on his own and care for himself, and he does just stay with my brother, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it all day long. So anyway, enough of that part. So my dad's doing fabulous. So anybody was wondering, whatever come of my dad, he's a walking miracle, and I couldn't be happier. So there's that. Let's see. Now let's play on down through. Okay, my husband's been diagnosed with cancer this year. Oh, that's been a tough one. I think I do recall telling you guys that he had surgery to remove a tumor and part of his intestine. And that, I'm not sure if I told you guys, but I'll just go through as if I did. And if you didn't hear this, then you're hearing it now. They did, after he healed from his surgery, they did one of those PET scans where they can, like, it's one of them, like, super in-depth scans. Like, they can see every little cell in your body or something crazy like that. And unfortunately, they did not get all of it. So with him, he's been having regular blood work done and regular CT scans, you know, where you drink the junk and they look inside your guts. And so he gets blood work done and CT scans done, and sees his oncologist fairly regularly. But as of this moment, it's all still kind of like I don't know what to call it. They don't have him on any kind of treatments at the moment right now. Like, he's not on any medications. He's not going to any treatments of any kind. They're literally just doing this whole, like, watch and wait, watch and learn, watch and see. We're still right in this just watch and wait kind of situation. So they said they got a lot of it out in the surgery, but they didn't get it all. So they're doing scans and blood work and keeping in touch with him, you know, with regular oncology visits. But I really don't know where to put him on a scale, any kind of, I don't know, scale of like how it's going. Like, a lot of you guys have been like, how's your husband? How's your husband? I'm not real sure. And that's kind of like where I've been in this, like, time fade in and out haze, because I'm not sure. Like, I am aware that my husband has cancer. He does get blood work, scans, and doctor's visits on a regular basis, but he's not under any kind of treatments or treatment plan. So I don't really have an answer to how he's doing. I'm not sure. Like, they keep testing and watching and testing and watching, but nobody's really come up with a game plan of what to do about it. So on that one, I don't really know. Sorry, dog hair. So that one, I'm not really sure. I don't really have an answer to that, and that's what kind of holds me in this limbo. Is that nobody's really, they're doing something about it. They're not ignoring him, but no, there's nothing really being done. So I don't really know, like, what his status is. He's working. We're living our lives every day, normal. We're doing what we do. I mean, honestly, we're just going on with our daily lives. And other than him having appointments, you would never even know that he had cancer at all. He works every day. Yeah. So life is just going on with us as normal. And he has appointments and things that he goes to. But other than that, everything's the same. So I think we're both kind of feeling like in a limbo. Like it's there, but it's not really affecting a whole lot. So we're kind of just blocking it off, I think, purposely and kind of easily, because there ain't a whole lot being done right now. So we're kind of just, it's always right there in the side of the mind, but nothing's really being done about it. Okay, and then that's really, I don't have a whole lot to say about that one because we really kind of in this limbo. So yeah, so that's that part. I guess I'll keep you informed, and when I know more, you'll know more. I don't really have an answer to how he's doing because we're not really sure either. Okay, so then let's see. That takes care of that, and where my husband's at. Oh, so good parts. Let's go to. Okay, well, one more like bad thing. Allergic reaction. What the crap? My daughter got these face masks. You know, the little paper wet things you stick to your face. It was just this last Thursday, and she's like, "Mom, did this face mask me?" I've never done a face mask before. I'm not really into like beauty treatment stuff. It's just not my thing. Very simple kind of person. I don't really get into a whole lot of beauty stuff. Like if I put on some mascara and, you know, little concealer to cover up my purple eyes. My eyes are always kind of a little purple. Then I've done it. Like concealer and mascara, I've put myself together. A little lip gloss maybe if I'm going out somewhere special. But anyhow, I was like, fine, Ashley, okay. So we sit on the couch and we put these paper things on her face. And at first it was cold because she had them in the fridge. So at first it was real cold, and I was just like, ooh, that's cold. And then it warmed up, and then it felt kind of tingly. And I was like, this is kind of tingly. And she's like, yeah, they have like a tingle cool sensation. I guess like that lip plump stuff. I've never used it because my daughter has some. She's like, oh, it kind of burns and tingles your lips. I'm like, screw that. Who wants to put crap on their lips that burns and tingles? That's just personal opinion. No offense to anybody. I'm just like, I'm not into things that don't feel right. I was like, it's kind of tingly. And she's like, yeah, it's supposed to do that. I'm like, okay. So I'm going with it. The longer we sit there, I'm like, it's kind of itchy. Like, it's kind of making my face itch. And she's like, no, that's just the tingle stuff. So this goes on for the, 15, 20 minutes I'm wearing this thing. Finally, it's about 20 minutes in, and she's like, okay, we can take them off. I'm like, okay. So I take it off. I wash my face full on, soap and water. So I give my face a full on wash. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what the heck that thing was supposed to do. I don't see no difference or nothing. But I was just glad to take it off and get my face washed because it was just like tingly, but it was itchy. I was like, okay, well, that's over. So, 28 minutes. Whew, I talk too much, but I'm just trying to fill you guys in. So this video would definitely be just the chat with me video. I have other videos that I'm going to do, probably even today. So if you see me in the same clothes, mind your business. It was all the same day. And even if it wasn't, that's not your business either. But anyway, so, okay, that happened. I washed my face. Everything's cool. I go to bed. I wake up Friday morning, look in the mirror. Like, first I woke up and I'm like, oh man, my eyes, like right under my eyes was like itching like crazy. I didn't touch it, but I was like, oh, it's so itchy. And I go and I look in the mirror, and under my eyes is puffed out swole. Like I done got popped in the face. And I was like, oh my God, that thing screwed me up. So, of course, that was Friday, right before Christmas. And plus, I don't know where you live or where you're at, but the majority of the country, all the way down into the south, big old winter storm just blanketed like 3/4 of the nation, I think. If you're anywhere in the mid to eastern United States, then you know this entire winter Arctic screw-you-ness just came all the way down, all the way to the daggum ocean to ocean, just winter, smack right on all of us. Ice, freezing rain, tons of snow, -35. Yeah, I'm in Kentucky, and we got first rain, then it froze into ice, and then we got 6 inches of snow on top of that. And Friday, it got down to like the real feel on your skin, like -35. I was like, holy guacamole. Where did this frozen hell come from? So not only was it Christmas weekend, and you know, there wasn't really anything open or to go or anything, but I couldn't even get out to a drugstore or nothing if I wanted to try to even get some like cortisone cream or anything, because everything was frozen. Like the governor of the state shut down half the roads in my county, shut down an entire section of the interstate. There are massive collisions everywhere. They were telling people, if you travel out and you get stuck, you know, God be with you, because in this weather, you could freeze to death in minutes and we cannot get to you. Flat out. Like if you're out there, you are on your own. It's wilderness time. Like we can't get to you. We can't get out. We cannot reach you. Like you're screwed. And they even knocked down the speed on the interstate to like 45. And that was if you dared it. And there was a big section of interstate near where we are that was just screwed, dude. I mean, people stuck out there on the interstate for like 15 hours running out of gas. So the heat's not running. They're cold. And we had people in our county. Our county really pulled it up and did it, man, I'm telling you. But that don't surprise me, because where I live, no matter who you are, what's going on, when the shit hits the fan, people will come. We had people taking four-wheelers, you know, face freezing, eyes frozen shut, taking their four-wheelers or anything they could to get out on these roads and these interstates, to take people gas to put in their cars so they could run their heat, to take them water, to bring them food. We had people coming out to pick people up off the roads, to take them to their own homes, to stay, to be warm until it cleared up and they could get back out again. I'm telling you. Country people will save your ass when you need it. We'll be there. And that's the damn truth. But in any case, it was shitville, so I couldn't get out. So my face is swelling each day. Every day I woke up, my face was worse and worse and worse. So my face is swelling and swelling and turning black and turning purple and swelling. And then finally on Monday, the roads were still sketchy. It was still snowing a little bit. But my husband, obviously, has a big old four-wheel drive truck. Go figure, right? Oh, stereotyping. But he does. So Monday, it was just good enough that he braved it out there. I had to call ahead to make sure that there was even open, and it was even staffed. But there's an urgent care. Usually it'll drive about 20 minutes from us. There's an urgent care. And I called ahead just to make sure there was anybody even there. And they're like, yeah, we're here. So we got out. We braved the weather and the roads. And my husband got me to the urgent care, and I see my doctor. Because see, my physician, the urgent care, like kind of in the same building. The urgent care was overflowing. So the doctor's office had cancellations and was like taking on some of the urgent care patients. So I lucked out and I got sent to the physician's side where I got to see my own doctor that I see regular. And he walked in, I took my glasses off, and he was like, whoo. I've been seeing the same doctor for 12, 15 years. I don't know. We've known each other quite a long time. So he's just like, Sam, what'd you do? And I told him about the face mask and how my face is swollen all weekend long. And of course, nobody could get me anything or get me any help. And he's like, whoo, girl. He's like, don't do that anymore. I'm like, yeah, no doubt. I ain't touching none of that crap ever again. So he gave me some steroid tablets and some steroid cream, cortisone cream that I've been putting on my face. I took is one tablet once a day for 5 days. Yesterday was 2, so I've taken 2 of them, but I do not like the way they make me feel at all. Like, they mess my blood pressure up. Like, I don't like the way it feels. He gave me 5. I've taken 2 of them. I'm not taking any more of them things. I don't like the way they make me feel. They make me literally feel like I'm going to die. So I ain't taking no more though. I took 2 of them. I ain't taking no more. I'll use this cream. I don't mind putting this cream on my face, but I ain't taking no more of them damn pills. They're trying to kill me. But in any case, I did get me some help. And as you can see, it's still a little purple, but the swelling is like pretty well all gone. Like, you should have seen it. I mean, it was like visually puffed out, like eyes like this, like swollen. It was so bad. So I am on the mend, just about there. Yeah. No, I don't have makeup eyeliner on. My eyeliner is tattooed. If you ain't new here, then you know that already. But yeah, so no, I did not put eyeliner on with swollen ass eyes. Trying to get rid of this allergy. That's tattoo. Yeah, but it's doing so much better. It ain't perfect, but it's so much better. So I'll keep using the cream, but I ain't taking no more of them pills. But I did get some help for that. So I guess that was like my last bad thing happened other than that damn weather too. So Dad's good. We're still in the floating limbo with my husband. I don't know. And I had an allergic reaction and I was stuck with it for a whole weekend with the swollen face because I couldn't get any help because of the giant ice storm that just wrecked half our nation. But I did finally get some help and it is doing a lot better. A relief. Still a little irritation, a little minor swelling, but I'm good. I'm on the mend. Okay, and then good things. Okay, so in November, it was our 24-year anniversary. Yes. And we went to Gatlinburg, and it was awesome. Of course, it would not be our life if there wasn't bumps in the road. We got stuck in a huge traffic jam trying to get down there, and what should have been a 4-hour drive turned into like, I don't know, like 6-7 hours. It took us like 2.5 hours longer to get there than it should have. Oh, patience is a virtue, I tell you. I was running short of it. So, and lots of other just small things that just kept like pop, 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 pop. Like when we got there, it's supposed to have Wi-Fi, which I don't care. I'm not like worried about it being super connected to the internet or anything like that as far as like getting on here or any such stuff, but there ain't no phone service. So the only way I was going to have phone service to connect with my children who were back, you know, in Kentucky was put my phone on Wi-Fi so I could have phone service to connect with my children that I'd left in another state. Okay, so traffic jam. We get there well after dark because, of course, it's getting dark earlier anyway. So we get there. The key code that they give us to get in the door didn't work. We had to go all the way down the mountain into town to get phone service, to call the office, to tell them that our code didn't work, to get another code, and go all the way back up the mountain to use this code that finally let us in the door. And we're like, oh, well, okay, traffic jam, door code didn't work. But we're here. We made it. We're finally here. And then we figure out there's no Wi-Fi service. So we couldn't reach our kids. The only way we could talk to our kids is each day when we went down the hill into town. The mountain. When we got down the mountain into town, we had phone service, and we would check in and be like, like, we don't have no phone service at the cabin, so, we'll come into town and check in every day. Hope nothing catastrophic happens. So that was interesting, and there was so much traffic, like, golly, we've been down there multiple times. It's not our first trip to Gatlinburg. We've taken fairly regular trips. It is probably like our 5th time maybe going to Gatlinburg. And the other times, of course, there's, some traffic, but it's movable, it's passable. But I don't know what in the world, everybody and their mother, brother, cousin, aunts, uncles all decided to be there at the exact same time we was, I guess. Because it was a traffic jam through town. Like, it was taking an hour. I mean, if you know downtown Gatlinburg, it's like, I don't know, I'm going to guess blocks, because I ain't from no city, I don't know blocks. But random, we got 5-6 blocks of buildings. And it was like an hour from one end to the other. Like, people were walking from end to end faster than we could get through in the car. I was like, shit. So, other than horrible traffic, our key code not working, and no Wi-Fi service, and having to go to town to check in with our family every day, the rest of it was super great. And then, so I guess I guess biggest thing that happened here in December, I know I've missed all kinds of just things in life that have happened all in between there. I'm trying to just hit the big ones that are in my memory. Just everyday life in general has been one big scattered mess. And of course, right now the kids are on Christmas break, so my boys, like my oldest son works in a warehouse. He's 23. My daughter's 19. So, but I still have my 2 quote-unquote younger boys, my minors, 11 and 14. They're in 6th and 8th grades. Oh, man, this eye is really messing with me. I hope I didn't get that crap in my eye. That's all I need. I'm telling you. All this trouble I'm already having with my face, and then if I got some of it in there, I swear. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, so, they're on Christmas break right now, obviously, and that's been interesting, and my house is destroyed. It's destroyed. It is a wreck. I mean it. Like, y'all are gonna see. I'm gonna do me a cleaning video, and if you guys watch it, you're gonna see it's a damn wreck. I'm gonna go room to room, and then I don't really do editor, but I put one on my phone just so I can take multiple videos and like stick them all together. I don't like doing the chop and cut and the music and the da 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 da. I ain't got the patience, ain't got the time. I'm no cinemaker. I ain't trying to make a movie. But it's easier if I like film a room and then cut it and then go to the next room, and film it. And the only way that you can put videos with each other is to get one of those things so you can at least put them all into, one video. Instead of being like, here's a video about my bedroom, here's a video about my living room, here's a video of the kitchen. I can just like do each room and then just smush them all together. So that's the only reason I put that on there, so I could just do it and smush them. So if you bother to even watch that, I don't blame you if you don't. It's just cleaning up big shit ton mess. But if you do bother to watch, my house is destroyed. Not only has it been endless with holiday and Christmas, and on Christmas Eve we went to my mother-in-law's. That was an adventure because the roads were crap, so we all piled up in the truck and just slowly 4-wheeled over to her house Luckily, she's about 5 miles from my house, which is up around the corner. About 5-ish, 6, I don't know, 5 something miles, maybe. I don't know. I'm not good with that. But it usually is like a 10-minute ride was like a 20-minute ride. But any case, with just all of it, just biz. Anyway, so, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, all of that, and all of that, and all of this, and just life, and I just got behind, and the more I got sidetracked, and the more I got behind, the easier it was to just get lost in the chaos. And then all the holiday stuff, and my house is wrecked. Like, my house ain't never spotty, sparkly, or nothing, but it's usually fairly well put together. Oh God, not now. It's wrecked. Like, I'm literally overwhelmed at thinking about having to clean it all up because I don't even know where to start. I'm just going to go one room at a time, and I'm going to do that room, and then I'm going to move to another room and do that room because I don't know what else to do with it. But, so I'm going to end this super long catch-up video. If you are still even watching or listening to me, God bless your heart. And we must truly be friends because ain't nobody else would listen to me talk this long. But I want to end on the very best thing that has happened. Well, not the very best thing. My dad was the very best thing. But I'm telling you, a rock star awesome thing that happened. My 19-year-old daughter, just December 15th, 16th, I don't know, something like that. In the middle of December here. I'm not good with dates. Everything smushes together. My daughter graduated from nursing school, you guys. Yay! Go Ashley. Go Ashley. I know, God, I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. I couldn't be any more proud of her. Like, there ain't even enough English language to express the just bumpity bump. I'm proud of all my children. Don't get me wrong. It's just, it's been her year, you know? Like, she is blood, sweat, cried, teared, stressed, maxed herself, pushed, and she did it. She did it. It was the middle of December. We got to go to her graduation ceremony, and my daughter is a nurse. She has graduated from nursing school. My daughter is a nurse. And I couldn't be any more proud. I was already proud of her. She could do anything. My oldest son, he works in warehouse loading trucks. I'm proud of him because he's not sitting on his ass expecting the world to just hand him shit. He has a job and he works hard and he puts himself in his work and he making his money and he making his life, and I'm proud of him. My daughter, she graduated. She's from nursing school. I'm busted out with that. She is just so great. I'm so proud of her. And my 14-year-old is in 8th grade. He is a wonderful soul, and he's doing so good. And most 8th graders are all like wrapped up in God knows what and social stuff and all, but not him. He's on track. He keeps his focus, and he's on it. He's going to be in high school next year, and I can't wait to see what he does with it. And then my baby, my little Scotty, he's 11. He's not a baby, but he's my baby. He's 11, and I tell you, he is such a golden soul. Like, he has this heart that just glows from the inside out, and he's such a beautiful human. He's in 6th grade, and he still has all this just childlike hope in his heart. And I see so many 11 years old in 6th grade that just are like, dang, they're teenagers. They're so much ahead and wrapped up in all this social bullshit. And he's not. He's still just this sweet little heart baby soul. And I hope the world don't eat him up. That's what scares me. The world is in such a hurry, and all these kids are in such a rush to get so grown so fast. And mine, I don't know, kind of managed to keep them held out of all of that. And through blessings, they are what I would consider on track for their ages. And I just hope that the world don't eat them alive, because that can happen. Soft, warm souls can be eaten alive, and I just really hope that don't happen. But I've taught them to hold their own and stand their ground too. So I think they're all going to be just fine. They're going to be great. So I'm so proud of each and every one of them. But I definitely just had to end this on the note that my daughter is a nurse now. And I am so proud of her. And her pawpaw is so proud of her. He didn't get to come to see it, but he knows. And he's here to know it. So yeah. I don't think I got everything, because if I put everything in there, this would be like 100 years long. But that is a basic cap of how my year has went. It's been a roller coaster. It's been really low. It's been really high. Like, I have been all the way in the pit of the swamp, and I have been all the way out to the shouting of the sky. And I don't know about you, but I am done with this roller coaster. So you guys tell me, if you've even bothered this long. That's my doggie. She come up out the floor to get on my bed, of course. Let's see her. There, my puppy. There is. Oh. So any case, please tell me, fill me in. I want to know. I really do. I'm saying it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how your year has been. Has it been a roller coaster? Has there been, or how's your coaster been? Has it been one of them little kiddie coasters at the carnival? Or are we talking like, Kentucky Kingdom, like, like, that's been my year. I've either been way up high shouting hallelujah, or I've been all the way down crawling on my knees. And it's been both. I've been from knees to heaven to knees to heaven to knees to heaven all year long. I've had the lowest lows and the highest highs. And I'm worn slick out. So let us go into New Year carefully and quietly and cautiously. And everybody just tiptoe in quietly and don't touch anything, and let's just see what happens. But please, I love you guys. Thank you so much for catching up with me. And I do have videos that I am going to do and put out. I am definitely going to put out a what's in my purse video today. And I'm going to work on filming cleaning my house up, because why not? It's a shithole mess. Y'all might as well go for the ride. But yeah, so you're definitely going to get a purse video today. I'm going to clean my house, and then I'm going to do the purse video. But yeah, so thank you for hanging in there. I hope that your year has been decent, but if not, you are not alone. It's been a hell of a ride, and there's been so many beautiful things and so many bad things. But I'm worn out, and I'm ready to cash this one out and start again. So I hope you are too, and blessed be, and leave me a comment and let me know about your roller coaster. Thank you guys. I love you all, and okay, see you in my next one. Bye.